Imagine the universe possessing a colossal consciousness, a consciousness that records your every moment, every thought, and every heartbeat. Not just from this life, but every single experience you've had since the dawn of your existence. This can be called a mystical library, the personal diary of your soul, or even your book of destiny. Today we are unveiling one of the most fascinating, profound, and perhaps most misunderstood concepts in the esoteric world, the Akashic Records. Accessing these records is more than just learning about your past lives. It is the highest source of wisdom that allows you to understand your soul's purpose, the root of your recurring fears, and ultimately empowers you to take control of your life. So who can access these records? Are they merely a myth? And most importantly, what are the safe step-by-step methods you must follow to access your own life story? If you are ready to unravel all the secrets of your soul, this narrative could be the starting point of your personal journey of discovery. So why should you watch this video until the very end without skipping a single second? Because what you will find here is not just theoretical knowledge, but the master key to your life. Do you have a pattern constantly recurring in your life, holding you back? Do you repeatedly hit the same walls in relationships? Are you experiencing a blockage in your career that you just can't resolve? The Akashic Records show where and with what past life contract these knots were tied. By watching this video, you will gain access to the wisdom required to untie that knot. You will begin to understand the entire chain of cause and effect, not just in this life, but across your soul's journey of millennia. If you deeply feel that your life is not simply a product of coincidence, and if you desire to know the ultimate purpose and potential of your soul, this video will be your lantern, illuminating the entrance to that mysterious library. If you're ready for this journey, confirm your intention by hitting the like button now, and let's begin. Because shortly, you will learn exactly what the Akashic Records are, who used them throughout history, and most importantly, how to safely access this sacred information step by step. Who knows, perhaps the power to rewrite what is written in that book of destiny is hidden right here. The word Akasha, the root of the concept, comes from Sanskrit, meaning ether, space, or sky. In Eastern philosophy, it is the finest and most encompassing element, following the 5 basic elements: earth, water, fire, air. It is the fundamental energy that connects, permeates, and binds everything. The Akashic Records refer to the vast and dynamic archive imprinted upon this etheric field, containing the record of all existence, every individual, every planet, every universe. It is not a physical library. It is more like the universe's cloud computing system. It is believed that everyone has a destiny, right? The Akashic Records keep this destiny not as a static text, but as a dynamic network recording all potentials and choices. This network contains all your past life experiences, relationships, and lessons learned, the energy, potentials, and instant choices of your current life, and the most likely potential paths based on the decisions you will make. These records are like your soul's DNA, a reflection of all the experiences, traumas, and triumphs that make you who you are. The owner of a record is the soul of that record, that is you. Modern physics states that everything is energy. Akasha is the information carried by this energy. Concepts like the information field or zero-point field, mentioned by Nikola Tesla and other advanced scientists, show surprising similarities to the spiritual definition of Akasha. Energy cannot be destroyed, it only changes form. The energy of your experiences is not destroyed either. It is recorded in the fabric of the universe, the Akasha. The concept of the Akashic Records is not new. In fact, it appears in different names across all ancient cultures. It was introduced to the West, particularly through the Indian Vedic tradition, and by theosophists like Helena Blavatsky in the 19th century. They stated that Akasha was a cosmic memory and that skilled mystics could access it. Even in sacred texts, there are similar references. For instance, the Book of Life, or the Book of Remembrance, Malachi 3:16, mentioned in the Judeo-Christian tradition, refers to a divine archive that keeps a record of souls and their actions. Perhaps the person who introduced the Akasha most prominently to the Western world was the famous 20th century medium and healer, Edgar Cayce. Known as the Sleeping Prophet, Cayce gave thousands of readings while in a trance state. He claimed that he drew this information from a source containing all the past, present, and future potentials of souls, the Akashic Records. Cayce's readings included details of past lives, medical diagnoses, and lost history that were impossible to verify at the time. This demonstrates that Akasha is not just a theoretical concept, but a reality experienced by different cultures and belief systems for millennia. So, what do you find when you access the Akasha? Just interesting past life stories? Absolutely not. The Akasha serves a purpose much grander than satisfying your momentary curiosity. The information you find there is critical for understanding the recurring cycles in your life. Are you constantly experiencing the same kind of relationship issues? Do financial difficulties keep knocking on your door? Is there an illness whose origin cannot be found? The Akashic Records reveal that these patterns stem from lessons left incomplete or from soul contracts made in your past lives. Before coming into life, we choose the lessons we wish to learn and the souls that will help us with those lessons. The Akasha reveals these contracts and shows that the difficulties you face in your current relationships are actually part of that contract. Sometimes we feel a natural inclination or talent for a certain area, learning an instrument quickly, easily adapting to foreign languages. This is your past life masteries, recorded in the Akasha, seeping into your current life. By looking at your records, you can see which talents you can reawaken. Perhaps most importantly, the Akasha reveals your soul's life purpose and why you came into this incarnation. Why are you here? What energy did you promise to bring into the world? This knowledge can illuminate everything from your career choices to your personal relationships. Remember, the Akashic Records do not tell you what to do. They simply give you the answer to the question of why. By understanding the past, they give you the power to live the present with a different consciousness. Now we know what the Akasha is. Now for the most critical question, how do you access these records? This is not a simple internet search. It is a journey to the deepest chamber of your soul and requires seriousness, respect, and preparation. We must outline a safe, step-by-step access process. Before accessing, you need a moment of silence and grounding. Imagine a route going from the soles of your feet to the center of the earth. Clear your mind and your surroundings. Set an intention for protection. Intend to receive information only from your higher self and guides who work solely with the energy of love and light. Say, I intend to receive only the most appropriate information for my highest good. By doing so, you close yourself off to negative energies. The ethical rule is always to focus on your own records. The Akasha does not allow you to read the records of others without permission. The most common and effective method is to enter the records with a special prayer or intention. Many practitioners use guided meditations with visualizations, such as the Library of Silence or the Temple of the Soul. Sit or lie down in a place where you will not be disturbed. Focus on your breath. Let go of all the noise in your mind. Just relax for 5 to 10 minutes. Close your eyes and imagine a place where you feel completely safe. This will be the gateway to the Akashic Records. It could be a library, a temple, or a space filled with light. Out loud or in your mind, repeat these words with determination, or set a similar intention. Akashic keepers, guides, teachers, and my higher self. With the deepest love and respect, I request access to the records of me. You can say your name here. To learn the information that is for my highest good in this life, please show me only the truth that I am ready to understand right now. Imagine opening the door and stepping inside. A source of information, a guide, a book, a screen, will appear to you. Clarify your question. Why am I repeating this pattern? Or, what is my life purpose? When the information arrives, return immediately. Express gratitude. State your intention to leave the records and completely ground yourself back into your physical body, the present moment, and the room you are in. Perform the grounding exercise again. It is important to note that you may not feel anything at first. The key is to be without expectation and to try again with the same intention every day. Sometimes the information will come not during the meditation, but in your dreams or in sudden moments of clarity in your daily life. The wisdom of the Akasha always comes in a loving and supportive tone. If you feel fear or negativity, that is a product of your own mind, not the records. Immediately close the records and ground yourself. Accessing the Akashic Records is much more than a mystical experience. It is an act of self-reclamation. When you see your past life records, you understand the root of your current flaws or fears. This understanding removes judgment and brings with it deep compassion and forgiveness. Instead of asking yourself, "Why am I always like this?" you say, "How hard I've worked to learn this lesson." This is the most powerful catalyst for personal transformation. The Akasha proves that your destiny is not a stone tablet, but a draft. You cannot change the past, but when you understand how the past affects your present, you can reshape your future potentials. After reading a script, you gain the power to change its ending. The Akashic Records are a realm where you communicate directly with your soul guides. They are always ready to guide you. Just choose to see access to the records not as a data repository, but as a living field that guides with wisdom. This journey requires courage. It requires confronting your own shadows and accepting the burdens of the past. But believe that the wisdom awaiting you behind the door of that ancient library is far greater than you can currently imagine. Your records are open to you. This source of wisdom is open to you. If this content has inspired you, don't forget to subscribe and share what you have discovered on this journey in the comments section. See you in our next deep dive. May the guidance of your higher self always be with you.